Welcome to Total Mortgage Eliminator. In this video, we'll demonstrate how to enter data and generate a detailed payoff plan. As the video says, please calculate your savings. We ask the customer to do this for two reasons. It creates a contact record so that you have all the information you need to follow up with the customer later. Plus, it also gives the customer an idea of the size of dollars that we're talking about that they can save by using the system. Our customer's name is Tom Jones. Tom puts in his phone number. Tom has been referred to the website by agent number 3, who is an agent that works for your company selling this service. Tom puts in his email address, chooses a password, and clicks register. A record's been created on the system now so that we now know how to get a hold of Tom to follow up with any questions that he may have. Now we're going to ask Tom for some abbreviated information about his mortgage, what his current balance is on his loan, which is $200,000, his interest rate, which is 6%, what type of payment is he making. He's currently making a principal interest payment in the amount of $1,200, and we'll play like it's a brand new loan that has 30 years remaining on it. Tom's income is $5,000 per month. That's $5,000 net income, spendable income. And Tom has $3,000 worth of expenses excluding his house payment. Based on this information, then we're going to give Tom a summary of his savings, generate a graph showing Tom the savings that he'll achieve by using your program versus paying his loan as written. He'll be able to save almost $155,000, pay off his mortgage in 11.83 years, saving 18 years worth of mortgage payments. This is as far as Tom can go until he pays you a fee, and you can collect a fee from Tom right online by whatever credit card payment method you choose to accept. Once Tom has paid you the fee, then you'll need to log into the system with your admin rights. And go to Manage Users, and you'll see there's Tom Jones, referred by agent number 3, number 181. We're going to change Tom's status from that of a new user to a paid user, and we're going to save that change. I'm now going to log out of the administrator section, and I'm going to log back in as Tom, who is our customer. The first time Tom logs back into the system, he's going to have to give us more detailed information about his finances. So we need to know his original loan amount, which is $200,000. We've captured the information that he previously put in, so we're not going to make him work hard and put it in a second time. His monthly mortgage, or his payment is due for his mortgage on the 1st of the month. He has a 15-day grace period. And originally this was a 30-year mortgage, and there's still 30 years remaining because it's brand new. The equity line can be anything from a home equity line of credit, a personal line of credit that could be secured by a certificate of deposit, maybe a stock portfolio, something like that, or even a savings account. In this case, Tom has $15,000 worth of equity line credit that we can use. It doesn't have to be nearly that large. We would prefer to have twice the monthly income, but we can save Tom a lot of money over the life of his loan, even with a small equity line or savings account in the $1,000 or $2,000 range. Tom currently has a balance on his equity line of $1,000. He's paying 4% interest on the equity line, and any interest that will be charged by the mortgage company will be due on the 20th of the month. Tom's income, Tom is just a regular salaried guy, and he receives 2 monthly paychecks of $2,500 each. And then actually Tom has an additional $100 worth of net rental income from a rental property that he has. So we've added that in, so Tom has a total of $5,100 monthly income. He told us previously he had $3,000 worth of expenses excluding his mortgage. We'd like Tom to use a single credit card if at all possible for all his monthly expenses, which we will pay off in full when it's due so that we're not paying any interest on the credit card. He could use more than one credit card if he needed to, but in this case Tom has just one with a high credit limit of $12,000. It currently has a balance of $1,500, and the due date for the credit card bill is the 13th of the month. Based on this information, then, we're going to generate a detailed payoff plan for Tom. Here's our graph again. The numbers have changed slightly because we have a little bit more information from Tom. And what we're going to ask Tom to do is, for the current month, which happens to be January, we want him to deposit his paychecks into his equity line account, make his regular mortgage payment of $1,200 plus an additional principal payment of $10,200, do that on the 11th of the month. And from his equity line account, we want him to pay his credit card balance off on the 8th of the month for a total of $1,500. Based on this information, then, we've scheduled some additional principal payments for Tom for the next 12 months. And if we followed this plan exactly, 12 months from now, Tom would have made payments of $22,000 toward principal and $11,000 toward interest. Keep in mind these payments are subject to change based on the monthly update that Tom's going to give us and any changes that take place in his financial situation. Okay, so Tom's going to try to follow our current month as closely as he possibly can. And then a month from now, which will be the 1st of February, Tom's going to log back into the system. All of this information is still going to be there. He's going to click on this month, and he's going to tell us exactly what took place last month. We asked him to send over about $11,000 worth of payment toward his mortgage, and he only sent over $10,000, which is just fine. His monthly expenses stayed the same at $3,000. His credit card balance was reduced to $750. His income stayed the same at $5,100. If that changed, then he would just let us know what the change was. And he got a small bill for his interest on his equity line account of $30. Now what we've done is we have generated a new plan for Tom based on this updated information. Now Tom, so far, after 1 month, has saved $8,140 compared to paying his loan as agreed over a 30-year period of time. He still has additional savings of $124,768 that he can still achieve by continuing to follow the program and our guidelines. And he will pay off the mortgage in 10.42 years. Now we have the month of February, which is his current month, and we want him to deposit his paychecks again. He's going to make only just the house payment on the 11th of the month and no additional principal payment. He's going to pay off that equity charge for the equity line interest on the 15th, and he's going to pay off his credit card on the 8th. And then once again, we have scheduled some additional principal payments. But once again, these will be adjusted based on Tom's changing financial situation. And that's all there is to it. Now, if Tom wants to take a look and see how much money he's spending on interest in the future, 3 years down the road, he will have paid $29,000 in interest if he's using your program. Versus if he wasn't using your program, he will have paid $33,562. And so on. We've broken it down for 3 years, 5 years, and 10 years. And as the years go along, the savings become huge. So we just want to give Tom an idea of the value of sticking with the program and continuing to try to follow the program as closely as he can. Keep in mind the program is dynamic. We're not asking Tom to follow a budget for the next 12 years. What we are doing is we're going to adjust our plan based on the changing financial situation for Tom regarding his income and his expenses. We'll accelerate the payoff of the mortgage when we can, and we'll decelerate the payoff of the mortgage when we must in order to accommodate any changes in Tom's financial situation. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Please tune into our other videos which have to do with your loan officers or your salespeople, and then also another video that concerns the functions of the admin side of the website. Okay, thank you very much.